Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Math Mola. Today we learn determining the nature of the decimal expansion of rational number. First we have to know there is two type of decimal number. First is terminating and second is non-terminating. Now what is the meaning of terminating? Now we divided 10 by 2. Then it will be 5. Now if we divided 2 by 10, then the answer will be 0.2. Again, if we divided 2 by 1000, then the answer will be 0.002. Now, these two expression of decimal number is terminate because the decimal places after some digit will be stopped. That means terminate. Then the decimal expression is called terminating decimal number. Example 0.532 12.89706. They are all terminating decimal number. If a decimal number is terminating, then it must be rational number. If the decimal number is terminating, then it must be rational. Now for non-terminating decimal expansion, the decimal places of any number goes to infinity, then this decimal expansion is called non-terminating. Like 1 by 3 is equals to 0.3333 up to infinity. Similarly, we can write 0.523789 up to infinity. They are all non-terminating. That means the decimal places after some time is not stopped. It goes to infinity. Now in non-terminating, there is two type of non-terminating decimal number. One is repeating, another non-repeating. Now what is repeating? 0.33333. That means one digit repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat again up to infinity. And another number 0.523523523. Again this block is repeat again up to infinity. Okay, this decimal expansion, non-terminating decimal expansion, is called repeating non-terminating decimal expansion. Now if a decimal expansion is non-terminating and repeating, then it must be rational number. Now if non-repeating means there is no block in decimal expansion, like 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 up to infinity. Now look, in this expansion there is no particular block. This is 1 0, this is 1 0 0 1 0 0 0. There is no particular same block is repeated again and again. So this is non-repeating decimal expansion, and this type of decimal number, decimal non-terminating, non-repeating, is called irrational number. That means in decimal expansion there is two type of numbers, one terminating, which is always rational number, and another non-terminating. There is two type of numbers, repeating or recurring, and non-repeating or non-recurring. Now repeating must be rational number, and non-terminating, non-repeating or non-recurring is an irrational number. That's it. Now we learn some important theorems. Theorem number 1. Let x be a rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. Then x can be expressed in the form p by q, where p, q are coprimes, and the prime factorization of q is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, where mn are non-negative integers. Now we know these lines because for every rational number it can be expressed p by q, and where p and q are coprime. Now the new things are the denominator of this rational number q can be expressed in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, where m and n non-negative integers. Now we prove this theorem when m equals to n. When m is equals to m, a rational number a by b can be written a by 2 into m into 5 to the power n. Now m and n are equal, that means a by 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m, that means a by 10 to the power m. Now if we divided any integer by the multiple of 10, then it must be terminate decimal number. If the value of m is 10, that means the decimal places will be 10. If the value of m is 1000, that means the decimal places will be 1000. That means the number will be terminate decimal number. Now when m is greater than n, then m can be written n plus p, some positive integer p, and a by b can be written a by 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, that means a into 5 to the power p 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m into 5 to the power p. That means we can write a into 5 to the power p by 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m plus p. This is equals to a into 5 to the power p and 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m. So a into 5 to the power p, that is 10 to the power m. Again, if we divide an integer by the multiple of 10, it will be terminate. Now when m is less than n, then we let n is equals to m plus p. Then a by b, that is a by 2m plus 5n, 2 into 2 to the power n, 2 to the power p. Now we multiply both sides by 2 to the power p, then 2 to the power p into 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m. Then it will be a into 2 to the power p by 2 to the power m plus p into 5 to the power n, that is a into 2 to the power p by 2 to the power m plus p means n, that is 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n, that is a into 2 to the power p by 10 to the power n. Again, this is a terminate decimal number. The decimal expansion of the rational number is terminate if the denominator can be written in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. That's it. Now for example, if m equals to n, that means 7 by 2 square plus 5 square, then it will be 7 by 10 square. The decimal expansion will be 7.07. When m greater than n, 7 by 2 cube into 5 square, that is we can write 7 into 5 2 cube into 5 cube, that is 35 by 10 cube, that means 0.035. For this case, when m less than n, we can write 7 by 2 square into 5 cube. Now we arrange this number, numerator and denominator, that is 2 cube by 5 cube. This equals to 14 by 10 cube. That means we can write all the decimal expansion is terminate. That's it. Now we learn theorem number 2. Let x is equals to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Then x has decimal expansion which terminates after k places of decimals, where k is the larger of m and n. We know that from the first theorem, the denominator of rational number can be expressed in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Then the decimal expansion of this rational number is terminate. Now this theorem says these terminating decimal numbers, the terminate decimal places will be k place. That means the decimal place terminate after k place. Now what is k? K means the larger between m and n. The larger number between m and n. That's it. For an example, this is a rational number whose denominator is the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. The decimal expansion of this rational number is terminate. For this sum, we have to find out the terminating decimal places. Now, what is the terminating decimal places? From this theorem, terminating decimal places is the larger between m and n. Now, what is the m? 4. And what is n? That is 3. Now, which one is larger? 4 is larger. So, the terminating decimal places is 4. So, the decimal places will be is 4. Let's prove. 43 into 5, 2 to the power 4 into 5 to the power 4. We multiply 5, denominator and numerator, then we get this. Now 5 into 3, 15, 21 by 10 to the power 4 is equals to, now this is equals to 0.0215. Look, the decimal places is 4. That means after the decimal, there is 4 digits. That's it. Now we learn theorem number 3. Let x equals to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is not of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, where m and are non-negative integers. Then x has decimal expansion which is non-terminating repeating. That means if the denominator is not in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, then the decimal expansion is not terminating and repeating. Okay, for example, 7 by 5 into 2 into 3. The denominator is not in this form because there is another factor, that is 3. So the decimal expansion of this rational number is non-terminating repeating. It will be 7 by 30. If we divided 7 by 30, then it will be 0.233 up to infinity. That means this decimal expansion is not terminating and repeating. 3 is repeated again and again. And we check for another example. 441 2 square into 5 to the power 5 into 7 square. The decimal expansion of this number is terminate or non-terminate. We check this. Now if we divided this number by 7, it will be 63 by 7. Now divided 63 by 7, it will be 7. Now this is equals to 9 by 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 5. Now the denominator of this rational number is in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. That means the decimal expansion of this number is terminate. That's it. Now the conclusion from these 3 theorems is the decimal expansion of any rational number either terminating or non-terminating repeating. From the first theorem, if the denominator is in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, then the rational number will be terminating decimal expansion. And from the theorem 2, if the decimal expansion is terminate, then the decimal places will be the maximum number of m and n. And the theorem 3, for any rational number, if the denominator is not in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, then the decimal expansion of this rational number is non-terminating repeating. The form of denominator will be 2 to the power m, 5 to the power n and b to the power p, where p is any prime factor or composite factor other than 2 and 5. That's it. Now we solve some important sums from the book R.D. Sharma, exercise 1.6. Now we solve sum number 1 part 3, 1 part 4 and 1 part 6. Now we check the decimal expansion of this rational number are terminating or non-terminating repeating. First, we try to express the denominator in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Let's try. 50 can be written 2 into 5 square. Now look, the denominator is in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. So this is terminating. Now for this number, we express the denominator as the product of prime factor. That means 2 into 5 into 3 into 7. Now we try to cancel this. 77 cancel with 7, then it will be 11. Then this is equals to 11 by 2 into 5 into 3. The denominator is not in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n because there is another factor 3. So the decimal expansion of this rational number is non-terminating, repeating. That's it. Now for this sum, the denominator can be written 2 square, 5 cube, 3 into 7. Now we try to cancel this number by 3. 3, 2, 9. Now again we try to cancel this number by 7. Then it will be 47. This is equals to the smallest form of this number is 2 square into 5 cube. So the denominator is in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. That means the given number is terminating. That's it. Now we solve sum number 2 part 3 and 5. We have to write down the decimal expansion of these numbers. Now first we try to express the denominator is in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. Now this is equals to 7 by 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. That means 7 by 2 to the power 4 into 5. So the denominator is in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Now the decimal expansion is 7 into. Now we try to make the denominator is the multiple of 10. That means we have to multiply numerator with 5 to the power 3 and denominator with 5 to the power 3. Then the denominator will be 5 to the power 4 is equals to 875 by 10 to the power 4. The decimal expansion is terminating and this is equals to 0.0875. That's it. Now we solve this sum. Now look, the denominator is in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. Now we try to adjust the denominator as the multiple of 10. That means we have to multiply the numerator by 2 to the power 5 and it will be 2 to the power 7 into 5 to the power 7. 4128 and the denominator will be 10 to the power 7. Decimal places will be 7 because the above number divided by 10 to the power 7, that is 0.004128. That's it. Now we solve sum number 4. Check the denominator is in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n or not. Now for this number 4 part 3, we look, the decimal expansion is non-terminating but repeating. It can be written 27, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, dot dot dot. That means this block is repeated again and again. This block is repeated. That means the decimal expansion is non-terminating but repeating. That means the denominator of this number contain the prime factor other than 2 and 5. The prime factorization of denominator contain the factor other than 2 and 5. The prime factorization of denominator contains the factors other than 2 and 5. Now for the second sum, decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-repeating because there is no such block which is repeated again and again. So this is not a rational number, this is irrational number, and the denominator is not of the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. Similarly, we can say the denominator of this decimal expansion contains the factor other than 2 and 5. That's it. Now we solve sum number 5. The given decimal number 300 27.7081. If we express this decimal number in the form p by q, then what about the prime factor of q? This is a rational number, so it can be written in the form p by q, and q can be written in the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n, because the decimal expansion is terminating. So the answer is the q is in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, because the decimal expansion is terminating. That's it. So viewers, if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. For getting a new updates, press the bell icon, and thank you for watching.